everyone, my name is Kirtika. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is for maths for class 11th and 12th. So we are already done with the three parts of the set theory. As in the part 1 I already discussed with you that I divide the set theory into 5 parts and we are done with 3 parts, and today we are going to do the part 4 of the set theory, that is your subsets. So quickly let's first see what is a subset, and then obviously as we done in the part 3s we will move to our examples to understand it more clearly. So what is the definition of subsets? So अगर आप if you want to make the subsets, so you have to suppose first two sets, right? Let us suppose set A and set B. I give you two sets, set A and set B. Okay. So set A is subset of set B, or you can say it set A is contained in set B, or you can say set A is subset of set B. So this is a symbol of subset which you can use to say this line. To say this line is subset of or is contained in. So this can be written as this symbol, right? So you can say a set is a subset of another set if and only if. You are already aware with the symbol of this. It is if and only if every element of set A belongs to set B. So we already discussed about the word is belongs to, and I already clear you that we can use a symbol epsilon for is belongs to. So you will say A is subset of B if and only if. This happens only when every element of set A is also the element of set B, right? Or you can say, or if A belongs to A be any element of A, small a is any element of big A, then this implies A is also element of B. Clear? So you can write this line into the mathematical form like this. So this is the definition of your subset. Let's move to the example to understand the definition more clearly. Just you have to be very clear that any set is a subset of other if every element of the first set is contained in the second set, right? Okay, let's move to the examples. So I am going to take the two examples parallelly, as I am going to take so much simple examples just to clear you the definition first. So in the first example, I am going to take the set A as 1, 2. Clear? And your set B also 1, 2. Right? And in the second example, I am going to take set A as 1, 2 and set B as 1, 2, 3. Clear? So my question is set A is subset of set B? This is my first question. Is set A subset of set B? First analyze it. That is, you have to prove that A is subset of B. This can be only possible if every element of set A is also in set B. So what do you say? 1 belongs to A This also implies that 1 belongs to B. Correct. And 2 belongs to A, also implying 2 belongs to B. This is also correct. That means every element which is belongings to A also belongs to B. Your definition is applied here. So you can say yes, A is subset of B. Clear? And here what you have to notice that your A and B, both the sets are same, right? So from this example, we can also derive one result. What is the result? That every set is subset of itself. This is a very obviously thing that if you want to prove that every element of this set is element of other set also. But think, if both the sets are same, then it is very obvious that they will belongs, right? So this is your result number 1. Okay, let's move to the second example. Okay. Here we are given A is equal to 1, 2 and B is equal to 1, 2, 3, and you have to show is A is subset of B. My question is A is subset of B? Yes, A is subset of B because every element of A, that is, what is the element? 1 and 2, also an element of B. That's not our headache that we also have one more element. This is not our option. This we don't want to look upon. We just want to look upon that every element of set A should be in set B also. Clear? So this is your subset, and if I ask in converse like that, what is B is also subset of A? Then you will say no. Why? Because 3 belongs to A, B, but 3 doesn't belongs to A. That's why B is not subset of A. Clear? And it is very interesting to say that here A and B are equal. Your A and B sets are equal. That's why you are saying that A is subset of B. But you can ask me that, ma'am, if here also both sets are equal, we are using this symbol, and here A and B are not same, and then also we are using this symbol. So if A is subset of B but A is not equals to B, then you can say A is not only the subset, A is a superset. A is a super subset of B. Right? So you understood what the unique thing this example have. This is a subset. Okay, but it has a unique thing that they are not equal. That's why A is not only subset, it is a super subset of B. Clear? Okay, we are done with the definitions thing, and with the only the example we derive one result also, and you can also write this result proof of this result in the any different manner. Like, you have to show every set is subset of itself, right? So that is, let A be any set. You suppose A is any set, so what you need to prove? You need to prove A is subset of A, right? So if you want to give a journal proof to this result, how you can do it? You can suppose that, let us suppose A is not subset of A. Okay, so to prove the subset is the symbol this, and if you need to prove A is not subset of B, you think, then you will use this symbol. Like here, is B subset of A? No. So you can write B is not subset of A. Done? So let us suppose A is not subset of A. That is, there exists an element A belongs to A which is not in A. According to your definition, you will get this thing, that a set is not subset of other if there exists an element in set A which is not in set A. How it is possible? Both sets are same. So is it possible that there exists an element in A which is not in A? That's why you will say, no, our supposition is wrong. That is A is subset of A. Clear? So, okay. So we are done with the definition of subset, examples, and from example we derive one result also. Okay, thank you very much. We will meet and I will have more results and more examples related to the subsets.